Hello everyone, we are Group 5. The topics that we are going to discuss are motivation and achievement. The members are Aripal Nelson Jr., Iwayan Matyunil A., Ruiz Akin, Kasipit Macbin, Gabison John Lawrence, Bubuli John Mark, Canadalia Luigi B., Mira Mark Kene M. In this discussion, we will able to determine what is motivation, to determine what is achievement, to identify the different types of motivation, to understand the effects of focusing success and achievement, to understand what is achievement motivation, to identify the theories of motivation, to determine the principles of effective goal setting.
To expand your knowledge. The biological, emotional, social, and cognitive force that active behavior are all part of motivation. The term of motivation is frequently used in everyday speech to describe why some do sometimes. It is a force that propels human behavior. Motivational history. What are the factors that drive us to take action? Psychologists has purpose of various theories to explain what motivate human behavior throughout history. The following are some of the most popular motivation theories. Increase your overall happiness and well-being. Motivational technique. Motivation has a wide range of application. It acts as a compass for all human behavior, but understanding how it works and factors that influence its use in var- variety of ways. Understanding of motivation allow you to assess people in become more efficient as they work toward their objective. Assess people in acting actions. Encourage people to adopt healthy promoting habits. Assist people in avoiding unhealthy and or maladaptive behavior like gambling and addiction. Assist people is feeling more in charge of their life. Increase your overall happiness and well-being. Motivation is important in many aspects of life, including parenting and workplace. You might want to set the best goal and create the best reward system to motivate others while also increasing your own motivation. Marketing and other aspects.
Good day, sir. My name is Ken Ruiz, and my topic is all about introjected motivation and identified motivation. What is introjected motivation? Introjected motivation is an internalized motivation like intrinsic motivation, but it is a form of motivation resulting from the feeling pressured to perform in order to gain appreciation from individuals of importance such as presents, parents, or bosses. These forms of motivation is more common than people might believe, taking two forms: introjected approach and introjected avoidance. Introjected approach and avoidance motivation is lack of control, and the individual must accept the standard which they must adhere. While this sounds bad, but it's not always terrible things, providing there is a benefit to the motivation, such as feeling the needed to be successful on a workplace project that leads to success. Introjected approach refers to the motivation which bolsters one's self-worth with performance of tasks. The standards of performance are internalized and though required by an external force, such as job. The person is motivated to accomplish tasks seeking positive reinforcement. Introjected avoidance refers to the motivation that attempts to protect one's self-worth or avoid negative feeling of failure and occurs in many ways, such as bosses making comments about person's poor performance. These statements are often intended to induce feelings of guilt within people to motivate them to perform better. This motivation internalized with many negative aspects such as angering or confusing people with constant negative interactions, or from inability to satisfy themselves or the person causing them to feel negatively. People who endured manipulative behavior, passive-aggressive attitudes, or bullying may form introjective motivation. Introjective avoidance motivation is considered undesirable by many researchers because of the person focus on avoiding feelings like shame of a bad job or failing a parent. According to the 2009 researchers of Azor and Vanstinsky, the negative focus is believed to further reduce an individual autonomy, since it avoids failure rather than attempting to strive for more effective ways to accomplish tasks. Identified motivation refers to a form of motivation which occurs as understanding or feeling the need to perform or accomplish some task but not yet acting on this need. This is a powerful form of intrinsic motivation that prepares the person to act. Often people believe that behavioral influences such as rewards or punishment are enough to motivate action, but more often motivation is a building process. For example, if a lung cancer risk could motivate a person to quit smoking, many people would easily quit smoking. The need of and desire to quit smoking often takes time to actualize. However, this presents the problem of the person dying from lung cancer before becoming motivated enough to quit smoking. This form of motivation is powerful because actualization often creates lasting accomplishment or performing enhancement, but waiting for someone to become motivated is impractical in most instances.
Good day, sir. My report for today is about 7 theories of motivation. One is instinct theory. Our basic instincts drive our own motivation, which is essentially biological. Incentive theory. A desire for a reward or reinforcement drives motivation. Drive theory. Motivation to reveal internal tension brought on by an unmet demand. Arousal theory. Motivation to either increase or decrease level of arousal to maintain our own individual optimal level of psychological arousal. Humanistic theory. Maslow's hierarchy of need exemplifies our motivation to reach our full potential. Expectancy theory. The likelihood of a positive outcome drives motivations. And the last one is self-determination theory. 3 innate psychological requirements motivate motivation, master a feeling or kinship, and independence. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. I am your first reporter for today. I am John Lawrence Bigabison, and I am going to talk about achievements. So first, what is achievement? Achievements is something that has been done or achieved through effort, a result of hard work, the act of achieving something, the state or conditions of having achieved or accomplished something. So when you hear about achievements, it will the first word that comes in our mind is effort. That is very specific, of course. If you have effort, you will become a high achiever. If you put effort, hard work in something, in anything else, you will achieve, because I believe that nothing is impossible if you put effort or hard work in anything else. So next is, why does achievement matters? Achievements are the building blocks that enable someone to construct a sense of themselves as a success. The achievements that matters most combine to form a version of success that has meaning and substance for individual. The next is, why is it important to have a well-being defined goal? So the benefits of goal setting are numerous, whether for yourself or for your business. Goals can change and grow you in an amazing way. So before you achieve something, or before you go to the very top of your life, you must set goals first, in order for you to motivate and to track ways what to do and what must good to do. So next is, what happens when you start to achieve your goals? As you start to achieve your goals, you'll experience increased motivation to achieve, which makes you more productive and effective, driving you towards completing your goal much quicker. So as I said earlier, setting goal is very important to become a high achiever, because when you see your progress and when you see the results of your efforts and hard works, it will increase your motivations and makes you more productive and effective. Being focused on achievements does generate better results for an organization. It also contributes to higher levels of employee burnout. Leaders using this style stays focused on the steps required to reach a final goal. So, let me ask you, do you have the mindset of a high achiever? So I want to help you develop the mindset of high achievers. Being a hard worker isn't a quality that you're born with. High achiever cultivates a unique set of traits, some of which includes being action-oriented, disciplined, and committed to lifelong learning. If you want to achieve great things in life, you have to be willing to work twice as hard as everyone else. Great things comes from hard work. So, any one of us can be a high achiever. It is our mindset. Our mindset can help us to become a high achiever. Our efforts, our hard works, and our sacrifices in life, that will become us a high achiever. Discipline, committed to lifelong learning, action oriented. Even even a uneducated man can be an achiever if he does a hard work. Because hard work beats talent. So if you want to be a high achiever or to become one of the top or the highest people in the world, you must do hard work. If you know other person he is doing his job good, then you must do your job twice good to his job. So lastly, let me share to you a very motivational paragraph coming from a high achiever. He is an NBA All-Star. He is part of the top 75 NBA greatest player of all time. He is the top 2 greatest three-point shooter of all time in NBA history. His name is Ray Allen. So while he is doing his speech in front of millions of people, thousands of basketball players watching of him, he said this line: "I don't believe in talent. I am here because I work hard of all my life. Without that work, no one in this room would know who I am besides my family." So to all the kids around the world watching, paying attention and aspiring to be like one of us or even on this stage one day, put the work in and watch the magical ride you'll go on. So he said he don't believe in talent. But if you work hard, you will beat your talent.
So, good day. I am John Magbubuli from Group 5, and I'm going to talk about the effects of success and achievements and what goes to the head of the high achiever persons. So, for the same reasons that high performers excel at their jobs, they are more susceptible to struggle with their mental health. High performers often get given the hardest projects. They regularly must compensate for weaker team members. They engage in extra activities and offer support to other individuals, teams, projects which are unrelated to their own tasks. At individual level, high achievers often suffer from perception, imposter syndrome, self-doubt, and anxiety. The stress of constantly striving to reach an almost impossible goal coupled with the ever-present fear of failure can be a major source of stress. Your top talent are likely to continue to push themselves harder to achieve success even when they are struggling. This means they ignore their personal needs and adopt unhealthy coping mechanism to get the job done. Success and achievements. So, worrying about the future and how we're working towards achieving our goal is totally normal. Sometimes though, these worries can impact our mental health. Worrying about either your own expectation of yourself or expectation others have of you can lead to feeling panic or feeling anxious. So you might be someone who thrives on setting goals and achieving them, or you might be someone who panics at the thought of it. Either way, there are many important things in life other than succeeding and achieving our goals. And it is important to have a balance of all those things. And so figuring out healthy balance between acceptance or where you are now while working towards your future plans is important for looking after your mental health. So we have some tips for you in dealing this kind of problems. So number one is talk to someone. Talking things through with someone can help you get perspective, to take some time away from the things that are worrying you, and to get ideas for new things. You can try to manage what's worrying you. Sometimes just saying it out loud can help you to process what you're feeling. Talking to someone you trust can help you to challenge your own beliefs and our beliefs around productivity and success, and to recognize when your behaviors are causing you to feel anxious or stressed. Number two, practice healthy study works habits. Productivity is not your identity. These healthy habits could be different for everyone. You might find it helpful to study or work with others around you or on your own. You might find that study tools are helpful or study with me videos on YouTube. Breaking your work down into smaller tasks and setting yourself windows of time to achieve them could help. So, number three, identify the source of your stress or worry. If you find yourself feeling anxious or stressed, it can help to identify exactly what it is that is causing you to feel this way so you can do something about it. If you can figure out exactly what it is, it can help to keep a journal on your phone or on your book where you can record what you've done each day. Alongside your thoughts and feeling, this could help you to identify patterns and prepare for specific things that trigger feelings of stress or anxiety, such as lack of sleep, preparing to give a presentation or unrealistic deadlines. So number four, balance your time and be realistic about what you can achieve. It's tempting to spend a lot of your time on the things that causing you the most stress. But it's possible to spend too much on time on a task. Your productivity could plummet and your feelings of stress and worry could skyrocket. Be realistic about how much time you can dedicate to a task. Making sure you also spend time on exercising regularly, getting enough sleep, eating well and relaxing and socializing. Make yourself stop working at a reasonable time. Taking a step back and from a daunting or stressful task can help as reset and come back to it in a more positive state of mind. So number five, try to focus on tasks at hand. If you find yourself feeling anxious about the future, it can help to focus on the present and what you've got to do right now. Save those thoughts about the future for another time when you can talk to someone about them. Number six, make your bedroom relaxing or environment. So if you think of your bedroom as a relaxing space, it will help you not to feel stressed when you need to study or work in it, or go to sleep. Keep it tidy and make it a space you want to spend time in. If you can find other space to study study outside or in public libraries. When you are studying in your room, designate areas for studying, even if that's a little corner of your room, and keep the rest of your room for relaxing. Number 7. Get moving. Being active and moving our bodies is not just good for our physical health, but it also good for our mental health. Getting your blood flowing and your boosting your endorphins can help you to be more productive. Try your best to incorporate movement and activity in your routine. In whatever way works best for you, break up your work or study time with a few minutes of stretching. And lastly, and number 8, always have something to look forward to. Have something to look forward to can make us feel less and daunted by the tasks we have to do before them, and helps provide a bookmark for when we can have a break from a stressful or anxious situation. Try to get a balance of big and small things to look forward to, like going for a walk or going away for the weekend to visit and family or friends. And I think this is the most important part, so don't compare yourself to others. Your life is completely unique. So your life is completely unique to you alone. So comparing yourself to others can cause the feeling of low self-esteem, anxiety, and stress. It can also cause you to set unrealistic expectation for yourself. The expectation of yourself should be based on your own circumstances, not anyone else. The only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. Surround yourself with positive people, either in your social feeds or in real life. These don't have to be successful people, just people who make you feel good or make you laugh or even inspire you. So that is all. Thank you.
I'm Luigi B. Canadalia. My topic is achievement motivation. Achievement motivation can be defined as the ability of the individual to work toward their highest performance level. The individual is driven by success, and that individual thrives off of a feedback from that work. It is important to note that if a person is driven by achievement, the person is likely to take on a task where they are not too hard nor too easy. In these situations, wherein an individual can be led by achievement motivation, that individual fears failures. Is working toward your goals something that interests you? Do you find yourself excited and competitive in these situations where you can succeed or fail? A person who thrives of this type of this situation would be someone who would be achievement motivated. Character traits in a person who exhibits achievement motivation are usually participatory, competitive, open to positive and negative criticism, and perseverance. And an achievement motivation example is that the entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are highly motivated to achieve their goals. Their open feedback, positive and negative. They work toward a goal and cannot delay gratifications because they can see their end goal. In academic settings, one would be shown to be achievement motivated if the individual submits assignment and thrive of getting back feedback, or the individual would think of their criticism as something that profiles them into bettering their standard of work. For example, my friend worked hard to submit her assignment on time and follow standard guidelines. The professor gave her the work back and give her some comments to improve upon. If my friend was motivated by achievement, she would see this as an opportunity to better herself and future assignment.
Good day, sir. I'm Markini Mera. My topic today is principles of effective goal setting. So the first topic is clarity. Second is commitment. Third is task complexity. Fourth is challenge. And the last one is feedback. So what is clarity? Clear goals are measurable and unambiguous. Clear and specific goals result in higher performance. This is because measurable goals are more effective at guiding action and behavior. The second is commitment. Goals must be understood and agreed upon if they are to be effective. People are more likely to go along if they feel they were part of creating the goal. The concept of participate management lies on the idea of involving the individual in setting goals and making decisions. One version of SMART for use when you are working with someone else to set their goals, as A and R stand for agreed and realistic, instead of attainable and relevant. Agreed goals to commitment. The third one is task complexity. For goals that are highly complex, take special consideration to ensure that the work doesn't become too overwhelming. It's therefore important to do the following. First is, give the person sufficient time to meet the goal or improve performance. Second is, provide enough time for the person to practice or learn what is expected and required for success. In order to keep people from being frustrated, goals should be attainable. The whole point of goal setting is to facilitate success. The fourth one is challenge. Goals should be realistic and challenging. When they are aware where the goal is directed and anticipates accomplishment, people are often motivated. Rewards typically increase motivation. It boosts enthusiasm and the drive to get the task done. And the last one is feedback. Feedback provides opportunities to clarify expectations, adjust goal difficulty, and gain recognition. It's important to provide benchmark opportunities or targets so individuals can be determined for themselves how they're doing. Smart goals are measurable and this ensures that clear feedback can be provided.